Hey, what's going on, everybody? It's your boy E2 Blue coming back at you again. It's hot. Summer definitely came full effect, and that's why you got to stay hydrated. Of course, water. Always is my best friend. So today I just want to talk a little bit about your boy Jamize Olawale. Now, when we lost Keith Smith, I was one of the ones that was saying, you know, dang, we lost him. They didn't re-sign him. He went to the Raiders. Same thing with Kyle Wilbur. He went along with him. They took both of our guys. One, because they have our old special teams coordinator. So, and I'm mad that he's gone too. But at the end of the day, when you look at when you start thinking about things and you start looking at what we have on this roster now, it's not going to be too bad. Now, Jamize Olawale. I spoke about him before. You guys remember we had him in 2012. He was a free agent for our team. We had him on the roster, put him on the practice squad, and he was poached. Raiders took him back then, and they had him ever since. And if you look at a lot of his highlights from when he was with the Raiders, they used him in a lot of different ways. They used him in ways that I don't think the Cowboys would have used him back in the day. And I know a lot of you guys didn't even know about Jamize Olawale, or probably forgot that he was even on the Cowboys roster back in 2012. But at the end of the day, right now, for Pro Football Focus, Ray Simmons is the second best fullback in the league. But I look at it like this. When I look at tape on him, I see a guy that is not just a fullback, but an all-around player. If you guys didn't know, he's a North Texas guy. When he was in college, he played wide receiver, which is the reason why he's very good at catching the ball. Now, when you talk about how we can utilize Jamize Olawale in this offense, I mean, the possibilities are endless, because of the simple fact that when you look at a player that's supposed to be Dak friendly, and since we're using the phrase Dak friendly all day, whatever, I didn't know what the hell that was, what they were talking about when they said Dak friendly, but even Dak is confused with the whole Dak friendly thing. But since we're on the whole Dak friendly train, this is a perfect example of a Dak-friendly guy. You look at a guy that basically is perfect in the RPO system, the run-pass option that we utilize with Dak Prescott. I mean, we already know the focal point of the offense is going to be Ezekiel Elliott, especially because we don't have a number one wide receiver. But because of the simple fact that Ezekiel Elliott is that centerpiece of the offense, all the attention from the defensive players are going to be on Ezekiel Elliott. So you can utilize other players and use a little trickery and use a little finesse, as I like to say, basically to figure out what you want to do as far as getting the extra yardage. Now, we lost Jason Witten, which was a security blanket for Dak. Not only Dak, but Tony Romo as well. He was everybody's security blanket, let's be honest. But you can use Jamize Olawale with that. Now, again, he is a fullback, so you can use him as your standard fullback set. I'm going to first talk about the fact that, yes, he can block. He can block his butt off. Now, when I say overall, I will say that overall he's actually better than what Keith Smith is, or was when we had him, and he's about $300,000 cheaper than what we had with Keith Smith. And he also plays special teams, and he's very good at special teams. That's where he started. Now, again, like I said, in the collegiate level, he played wide receiver. So with this team, you can utilize him. You know, in your you can use him to one, block for Ezekiel Elliott goal line, or you can use him on the goal line and have him run in. He's 6'1", 240 pounds, and he has a very strong upper body. I mean, he uses his shoulders and everything. Whenever he catches the ball himself, he's always able to lean forward and get the first yardage, the first down yardage. Now, he's a nightmare for linebackers because of the simple fact that he's able to utilize his ability to see upfield to gain the yardage. Now, we all know about that play, and I know we've seen that game when he was with the Raiders when they played against the Texans, when they dumped the ball off and they he threw an out route to Jamize Olawale, wide open, 75-yard touchdown. Now, again, you can do that with him on this team because of the simple fact that Ezekiel Elliott is there. You're not taking Ezekiel Elliott off of his role. You're not going to do that. So, again, his blocking is pristine. He finishes his blocks. He's not the type of player that just sits there and just holds the player or just stands in the way of the defender. He literally blows it up. He's explosive. I mean, the guy has the ability to do everything. He blocks well. In RPOs, we can use him in the run pass option. I mean, he's a one. If you want to use him as a running back, you can. I mean, it's really funny that he is a fullback because, to me, he's a Swiss Army knife because you can use him. He's a one-cut runner. He's definitely similar to your boy. What say who did we have on this team that I could compare him to? Oh yeah, so you could compare him to DeMarco Murray. Like when we had DeMarco Murray, he was the type of player that was a one-cut guy. He was always able to make that first guy miss. Not necessarily the other ones, but that first guy, he was able to jump cut, get out the way, get the first down yardage, and that's what he's able to do. Now, again, he's not going to replace Ezekiel Elliott anytime, but it's always good to have this guy there to have options because of the simple fact of Ezekiel Elliott's presence. And don't forget Rod Smith. All of them, we have elusive backs. We're going to be fine in this offense. And I know a lot of people, were worried about the whole tight end position, but he definitely helps out with the tight end position, considering the fact that you can use him almost as a tight end because you can throw him the ball in the flat. And he's going to get you yardage. He's fast. He runs a 4.5, and he runs about a 4.5, and he's elusive. Again, like I said, he played wide receiver, so him catching the ball is not a problem. So, as far as the fullback position goes, he is a fullback technically on paper, but I look at him as everything. Now, we still have Tavon Austin. Now, you're going to use Tavon Austin, for your punt returns and things like this, and maybe some jet sweeps and things like this in your offense. But if the coaching staff can get creative and they can figure out what to do with these guys, I'm telling you, Jamize is definitely going to be something, a center. He's definitely going to be a great compliment to Ezekiel Elliott and, shoot, the offense in general. Like, he's going to help the tight ends. He's going to help the wide receivers. Like, he's definitely going to be that guy. And then, again, you can still use him on special teams. He could be the gunner. You could put him in block formation. I mean, you can do whatever that you want to do with this guy. And, again, he's cheap right now, so you could do what you need to do with him. If you plan on drafting another guy to take that place later on in the future that you'd like, that's fine. But right now, I think this is one of the best trades that we got this offseason. I mean, both of the guys that we got from the Raiders, Jihad Ward, I think he's going to be something too. He's going to be very good on that defensive line, But like I said, we'll see what happens in a couple of weeks in training camp. But I just wanted to just open your eyes up and just to see, like, the possibilities that we can use with this guy. I mean, he definitely fits the mold of what Dak can utilize in this offense. And at the end of the day, it's all a W for me. I mean, I'm just looking at what we can do, and every day it's like I'm just thinking about different guys that we have on this roster and the talent that we have. I spoke about it when I was on Mark Holmes' channel, basically saying that we have a lot of talented players. We just have to learn how to use them. And when we learn how to use them, then that's when we will start winning more games, be less predictable. And with this season not having those players that everybody was watching, is definitely going to help us out. Now, again, decoys all day. Tavon Austin can definitely be that. They're not going to be paying attention to Jamize Olawale because, again, Cowboys don't use their fullbacks like that. But with this particular guy, you can definitely use him in more of the offense. Dak Prescott said himself, when he has 8 or more players that he's throwing the ball to, he's a better player. And Dak knows what he's got right now. He speaks highly on Tavon. He speaks highly on Cole Beasley. Now, he hasn't said anything about Jamize, but we already know. If you look at the tape yourself, you can see it. Jamize is definitely going to be somebody that you're going to go back and you're probably going to look at this video. You're going to go back at this video and you're going to go back and look at Law Nation. You're going to go back and look at Okoye. You're going to go back and look at Mark Holmes, and you're going to be like, okay, these guys talked about this guy in the offseason. I'm telling you, like, he's definitely going to be somebody that we can utilize and win games with. And I'm all for it. And it almost makes you forget about Keith Smith. Now, granted, I loved Keith Smith when he was here. He served his purpose. He did his thing. But he's definitely going to make you feel more comfortable with what you have right now with losing him and Kyle Wilber. But, yeah, so that's all I got for right now, y'all. Like, share, comment on the video. Thanks again to all my subscribers. If you haven't subscribed, hit that subscribe button. And it's your boy E2 Blue, always keeping it real. Talk to y'all soon.